And that was putting on the layers of brush on latex using this mold builder that I got from craft store. Normally for something smaller you put 10 layers of the stuff on. If it's bigger you want to put it on more layers. I intended to do 12 layers, but I ended up having to do 11 because I ran out. But there was just a little bit left in the thing, so I made that last layer kind of thick, and I've given it over a day to dry off. And after it's dry, it's still a little tacky. So what I did was I took talcum powder, rubbed it all over it, so it's won't cause much trouble. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this stuff called cloud clay, and it comes in packs of 4 different colors. And what I do is I usually mix up the colors together, and because overlapping colors can throw you off sometimes. It'll make you lose detail or see things that aren't really there in it. But what I'm going to do is wherever you can see the line I've drawn here is going to make it a 2-piece mold. I'm going to do the back and the front, and what I need to do is wherever I do the mother mold, wherever it will go behind something, I need to fill that in with the cloud clay and try to make the whole thing as smooth as I can. So like down behind the wave here and around the prongs, so that it'll give a smoother area for it to grip. And cloud clay is very light, and it's when it dries it's still a little bit flexible, so I will be able to pull the second half of the mold off, and it won't do any damage to the sculpture. So you try to pick the highest or outermost areas to do the seam of the mold. And after I do the cloud clay and that dries, what I'll probably do first before that is take car wax and coat this so the cloud clay doesn't stick to that, and it'll come off easier. But what was I going to say? But yeah, I'll take car wax, give it a light coat, at least in the areas where I know the cloud clay is going to go. And then what I'll do is I will take a fiberglass and resin and before that I'll take clay, and I will build a kind of barrier along this line. And that way you can put the fiberglass, and it'll have a little flange, and when you do the other side you'll have the flange there, and you'll be able to get screws and screw them together, or clips or whatever. What I'll do after that is I'll put legs on it, so I'll be able to flip the thing over. So yeah, the next part is to do the car wax and cloud clay. I've done car wax on the fiberglass molds before, and it seems to work out. So we will see how that goes. Alright, and here we have the cloud clay applied on top of the wax, so hopefully it won't stick this time. It's one thing I've noticed, that the cloud clay does stick, and it's a little hard to pry off. But now that'll take a few days to dry, and when it does, I will start doing the mother mold. And the battery's about to die in my camera. Okay, I got the barrier for the mother mold up, so I can do it in two parts. And I got that done, filmed that. Then I got things prepared to do the mother mold, the fiberglass and resin and all that, and got started, and then realized I forgot to turn the camera on. And once you get started on something like that, you can't stop, and you got resin all over your hands. You wear gloves doing that. So I couldn't stop. So this is what it looks like, and you can see in here that the yellow clay, and in here I got these glass, flat glass beads, and I use those as keys. And what they do is they help line up the two halves in the mold. So I got them in different spots, 5 of them there, and then after that I'm going to drill holes in certain spots and put bolts through there to hold them down. But actually what I'm going to do before that is put legs on the thing, and hopefully I'll remember to film that. But what I am going to do now is pull the clay off and put the cloud clay in a coat of wax. I'll actually put a coat of wax underneath this so it comes out easier. And what I'll do before I do that is I'll get a cutting wheel and cut all this extra stuff off. So let me right now just pull this clay off. Hopefully I put enough wax on it. Looks like I did. At least in some parts. Well, that one came out, but the rest stayed in, so I got to pry those out. So we need something like this. There it goes. There you go. So what these do is make little indentations so that I can help line it up. So what I'm going to do next is I'll go out and trim off all around here so I don't have any of this loose stuff to get tangled up. And then I will put it on a coat of wax and start on the other side. Alright, now what I have done is that I have taken PVC pipes and I have hot glued them onto the fiberglass mother mold, and they're hot glued just so they'll stay in one spot they're tacked on. There's no way that it'll hold them up when I start to make it do actual work. So what I'm going to do is take more of the fiberglass resin and permanently mount it onto the mother mold. So, yep, that's the back, and here's the front. You can see the mermaid here. So let's do it.